understand why weight gain happens and what we can do about it. Insulin is the main hormone that is at the forefront of obesity. This is how medically we understand how excess weight occurs. Insulin is the hormone that regulates blood sugar, and this is key to weight loss. When insulin in the body doesn't function as it should, this is known as insulin resistance, where the body's cells don't respond normally to insulin, and in this case, this is where there is excess buildup of glucose or sugar within the body. And what we want to understand specifically for women over 40 is what happens with our hormones that affect insulin. Women naturally around this time have lower levels of estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. Low levels of progesterone tells the body to produce more insulin, which then triggers the body to produce adrenaline. And this is what brings the blood sugar up, creating the vicious cycle of stimulating more insulin. The body cannot release fat when insulin levels are high. As progesterone levels fall, cortisol levels tend to rise, causing fatigue and low energy levels. When cortisol levels are high, this then creates the belly fat alone, as well as increasing insulin resistance, which then adds even more fat. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, the bell to be notified so you don't miss out on more videos each week. Low levels of estradiol increase insulin resistance. Estradiol is the primary estrogen. This is why it's common in women after their 40s to feel hungry and crave those refined carbohydrates that do tend to spike insulin levels when eaten alone. With increased insulin resistance, the body's glucose continues to build up in the bloodstream and is not transferred into the cell where it can be used for energy. The body's cells are actually starved for fuel as the glucose rises in the bloodstream. Low testosterone levels increase visceral fat in the body. Visceral fat is the deep fat within the abdomen which contains hormones and toxins. This is why it can seem difficult to lose belly fat, is that it's due to the high amount of visceral fat. The higher amount of visceral fat within the body, it causes problems with insulin receiving the right signals to be able to regulate blood sugar, to lower the sugar in the blood by transferring it to the cells to be used as energy. This drop in testosterone alone increases insulin resistance by increasing the amount of visceral fat within the body. Hi, I'm Michelle. I have a program called Macros for Life where we specialize in helping those that struggle with weight lose the weight using lifestyle strategies and macros without dieting or low-calorie restrictions by lowering insulin resistance. I've helped countless people lose the weight and even reverse some chronic medical conditions such as diabetes, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure, and even get off their medications treating these conditions. Now, let's dive into some common things that women often do to try to lose the weight at this time that actually leads to more insulin resistance and long-term weight gain. Restricting calories in excess, calories less than 1,400 calories a day. When calories are reduced in excess, what this does is lower the amount of energy the body actually will require. Then what happens next is that this decreases the metabolism, and the longer you are on a low-calorie diet, the lower and lower calorie the body will require to go. The next thing that begins to happen is a trigger in cortisol. Remember that a rise in cortisol increases insulin resistance and belly fat. Lowering or restricting carbohydrates, yes, lowering and restricting carbohydrates will yield quick weight loss, but long-term create more insulin resistance, and here's why. Carbohydrates are one of the three main macronutrients. The body requires the right amount of macronutrients to be in balance and healthy. The body must be in a healthy state to lose weight. We get healthy first to lose weight. This is something to understand. Carbohydrate is the most important macronutrient to change body composition. Low-carb diets worsen insulin levels and worsen PCOS. It's not about restricting carbohydrates, but eating the right carbohydrates at the right time to lower insulin resistance. Low fat or restricting fats. Fats help make steroid hormones such as estrogen and testosterone. It's important to consume the adequate amount of right fats in order for the body to produce the hormones that do keep the body in balance. Low-fat diets increase insulin resistance as they can lower estrogen and testosterone levels. Eliminating foods from our diets has been proven not to be enough. We have to be able to break the cycle. With higher levels of insulin resistance, there are high levels of insulin, and this can become the cycle alone. And this creates more and more weight gain. Some common symptoms of insulin resistance conditions are hair loss, craving sweets or more refined processed foods, high triglycerides, high cholesterol, feeling tired after meals, weight gain and overall fatigue, even PCOS or fatty liver. Is this resonating with you? If so, hit that like button right now. Have you been diagnosed with any of these conditions or have these symptoms? Comment down below. Let me know if this is something you're having a problem with right now. If you want to lose the weight and learn it as a lifestyle without dieting, I'd love to help. You can find my contact information down below to book a call with me. And be sure to check out the video next on, Is Your Weight Affecting Your Health?